Okay, wanted to come on real quick to go over the oil analysis process. I know I've done this, I think, a time or two, but I want to go on into it a little more in detail, step by step. Tell you what you need to buy, even if you're not using AMSOIL. Hang on for a second. There I go. Even if you're not using AMSOIL, you can still utilize this kit for whatever oil you choose to use in your vehicle. Of course, I use AMSOIL. So when you go on my website, which is brook9synthetics.com, you're going to go in the search bar and type up oil analysis. It's a pump kit. That's what you're going to need first, a G-1206. And once you purchase that, you're going to get a hand pump and some instructions. The hand pump is a one-time purchase. You hang on to that. Everything else is consumable. So once you order the hand pump, it's going to come with instructions on how to perform an oil analysis. That comes in that box. From then on, sorry about that, what you're going to want to order is the kit. Well, let me back it up. In addition to the kit, you have to order this separate. This is a G1571, and this is a hose. This is the hose that you use to slide down your dipstick to withdraw a sample of oil to put in the tube after you fill out all of the information, and everything's simple. You can't mess this up. They even tell you where to fill this up at. This tube comes with the kit, so I know I'm jumping around. So you buy the pump first, the G1206. These come separately. The hoses come separately. The kit comes separately. This is how the kit comes. I just opened it up so I can explain. So once again, the hoses are G1571. If you don't feel like typing that in the search bar, you can just type in G-1206 and that'll give you the hand pump. Again, go back to the search bar, but I think once you get all of that, because they change the site around a lot, once you buy the kit, all of this will come up where you can purchase this separate. These are the consumables. So the hand pump is a one-time purchase. This is as needed. So I'll show you what to do with the hose. And kits, they have two variations of the kit. These I like to buy are already, they come with the label. You pay up front in the kit. So when you're done, you just put it in the bag. Once you finish with your sample, just put your sample in the included bag that it comes with the label it's already paid for. The UPS label here. All you got to do is fill out your information for the UPS label because it's got their address. Oh, I'm wrong. You don't even do that. You stick that on there. Like I said, they changed it up a little bit. You do have to fill out the information, year of the car, the model, make, and all that stuff, and the name of the oil that's in it, and the viscosity, and the miles that you have on the oil sample. So if you're not using AMSOIL, you're not using the synthetic series, the 25,000 mile oil, which is signature series. Sorry, I'm a little tongue tied. That the oil should last in perfect scenario if you're using the oil filter that AMSOIL recommends that you use with the oil for that vehicle. 25,000 miles that is guaranteed for. Whatever oil you're using. I usually don't wait until that's up. So if you're using a 10,000 mile oil, I don't wait till the 10,000 mile come out. Maybe when the vehicle has 8,000 miles, I'll pull a sample, send it to the lab. The lab will do an analysis on the oil and send you back a full report. They'll tell you if the oil needs changing. They'll tell you if the filter needs changing. They'll tell you if there's a problem with a head gasket. They'll tell you if there's a problem with your cam bearings wearing out, because anything that happens inside the engine filters its way down to the oil. And when they pull a sample, when you pull a sample of the oil and send it to them, as long as you tell them who made the oil, they're able to look at the parameters of the oil, how it is in the bottle, and they'll compare that to the sample that you sent to them from the car, and they'll be able to tell you what's extra, what's missing, and that's how they, able to come up with an analysis on the oil and the health of your engine. So again, if you're using AMSOIL or not, I recommend this program to help you manage vehicle maintenance. If you're like me, you got a bunch of cars and motorhomes, oil changes are expensive. So if you can cut down your costs and just buy this kit, you'll save yourself a lot more money. It'll help with repairs. It'll give you a heads up for things to come, and it'll let you know what shape your motor is in. So once you get the kit, once you buy the G1206, you open it up and you read the instructions. So like I said, this is going to be a little detailed because I don't think I ever did a detailed video, but I'm not going to drag it on. So they want you to start the engine up in 5 minutes, couple of minutes, and remove your dipstick. Actually take the dipstick out. They want you to measure from the hose a length twice the length of your dipstick, and that's so when you stick it down in the motor, they want to sample the oil down in the motor. You cut the tube at a 45-degree angle, and I'll show you how to do that. And you attach the bottle that comes in the kit, screw it to the bottom of the pump. I keep my pump in the bag to cut down the contaminants, and in between each oil analysis, you really don't get oil in there because it just comes out the way I'll show you. The way it sets up, the hose is actually in the bottle, but I always clean that out. Keep that in plastic because you don't want to send false information with your sample. So from the kit, take your bottle, screw it up into the bottom of the pump. I'll show you the hose comes through, this hose comes through there, sticking down in the sample. The other end goes down in your motor. I know you don't understand, but I'm going to show you. So after you do that, you're going to insert the opposite end of the tube, tighten the bottle up to the pump, and when you draw the handle back, it's going to suck oil up. They'll tell you where to stop at once the bottle is filled. What I like to do is, because once you start the suction, it's just going to keep on sucking, I'll just pull the hose out of the dipstick till it's no longer in the oil, and that should stop the sample from being collected into the bottle. You get the cap, I screw it in, and I fill out all of the information, and it's all there. I don't know if this can capture it, but they'll give you a sample form, what they're looking for, your company name if you have one, your name, your address, your zip, what you want to call the vehicle that you submit the sample for, the type of vehicle. You have to tell them what it is, because this sample is good for brake fluid, it's good for engine oil, transmission fluid, and I believe they check the antifreeze as well. Just make sure you check off what it is that you are sending the sample of, the viscosity. They actually want to know if you change the filter, but you'll see the thing. There's a bunch of things that they ask them for. Fill it out, include that into the pouch that comes inside the kit. With my confusion, I know you following me. This comes inside the kit. The bottle is full of oil. You stick that in there along with the label inside. Take the label for UPS, you stick that on the outside. You find yourself a UPS station, and you just drop that in. 1, 2, 3, it's done. So if you were following me, you should know that this is the time when I will start up the vehicle. I'm actually going to do it on 2 of my vehicles today. We're going to be working on the retired Delaware State Police Pursuit 5.7 mild modifications, and we're going to be doing a sample on the 2023 Ram 1500 5.7 Hemi. Of course, this is the 5.7 Hemi. 5.7 for now. I do believe I'm going to be putting a scat in this, and I will cover that on that conversion. So hang on while I start this up. Let it run for a little while. I warmed up the vehicle and was able to speed that process up so I didn't have to torture you. So what we're gonna do, see what you can see there. And take your G1571 kit and something to cut the hose with. Pull your dipstick. I like to see where the oil was before I even started, because you will, or you may have to top off the little bit of oil that you pulled out. So place the dipstick here. We'll pull out the hose. And try not to touch other stuff with this hose, because you don't want to contaminate your sample. So they want you to measure the dipstick twice the length. So just roughly, it's one length, two lengths. And then they want you to take the end, one end, and cut at a 45-degree angle, and that'll help the dipstick get down the engine. So my little trusty tube cutter. The rest of the hose, if I didn't use it all, I want to immediately stick this back in the bag, because I can probably get another vehicle sample out of this hose. And you don't want anything on this hose to contaminate your sample and give a false reading. Put the hose back in, close the bag up. And they give you enough hose, depending on how long your dipstick is. That'll be enough for another car too. So, twice the length of the dipstick. I'm going to walk over here to the pump and grab the sample bottle. So, really what I want to do is break the seal on the sample bottle. Take the cap off, just place that on the side. I try to keep everything in my hand. I usually have a table that I work off, one of those portable metal tables, but I got so much stuff on it. I'm trying to do other stuff, so I don't have time to mess with that. So what you want to do, I know it's clean because I cleaned it from the last time I used it. Just clean it out. Take your sample bottle, screw it in to the pump, the hand pump. Take the angle, the portion of the hose with the 45-degree angle, that's the part you're going to stick down your dipstick. And the screw knob, you'll see this when you get it, you'll just take this down, thread it too, and they want it halfway down the bottle. So I got that down the halfway, and then you will turn the knob to seal the unit, seal the pump into the collection bottle. You'll know when it's tight. You just turn the knob. Don't collapse the hose, but it's enough so it won't move. The tube is halfway down the bottle. Now you take the end that you put the 45-degree cut in, and you stick that down the dipstick tube. I like to stick it until it bottoms, and then I pull it up. Till it bottomed out, and then I pull it up. Maybe quarter of a way, half inch. Now you want to hold the pump and pull it back, and you'll see the oil come up immediately. And you should be seeing that it's filling the bottle. While you're doing this, just keep an eye on it. I fill it up to the last line. You'll see that there's lines in the bottle. The old bottles used to say don't fill it up past there, or used to say that in the instructions. It don't say that now. At least I didn't see that. I'll fill it up to that third line. Maybe a little bit past it. You may have to stick the hose back down in the oil if you find that the flow is slowing up. Alright, so what I want to do now, just simply pull up on the hose. You'll hear when it actually stops sucking. Pull the hose completely out. Loosen up on the knob on the hand pump. Pull the hose completely out and throw the hose in the garbage. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is just I threw the hose in the garbage. I'm going to unscrew the pump. There's a little bit of oil to clean off. Put the lid on. Sample bottle. Tight. And that's what we're going to do for now. Just put that on the side. Come to the oil, the hand pump. Clean out the oil that's there. You gotta be careful what you clean this off with, because of that can contaminate. Whatever you put up in here can contaminate your oil sample. But like I said, if you do it careful, there's really nothing in here to clean up, because it's coming straight from the hose right past any surface that it made contact with. It may make contact with. So from there, I always put the pump back in the bag, cut down on the contamination. Seal the bag. What you want to do next, find your dipstick. Put it back into the dipstick hole, tube. Check your oil level, because you may have to top it off, you may not. It's not a lot that you took. But if you were already low before you did the sample, you're definitely going to need more. You're going to need to add some more. And I need to. I just need a little bit. So I'll go into my garage and get some more 5W20. And I'll add what I'm missing. But let's turn our attention to what we do next with the kit. So let me get a pen and get yourself a pen. I'm probably gonna edit that out. There's no reason to torture you with that. Go back to the paperwork that came with the kit, and the first thing you're gonna look for is the instructions for the oil analysis sample form. So like I said, you'll just follow their sample of it, fill out all the information that they're asking for, and include it. This is the instructions, but this is where they want you to enter the information. So you have two choices. You can either enter it online, or you can send the sample, send the information in with the sample, or do both. So it's a little label that they want you to put on the sample. Once you're done, you include the information, you place the label that's included on the sample bottle itself. Do everything that they're asking you to do. Insert that into the bag. Once you put the oil sample into the bag, pull this off and seal it up. You take your prepaid UPS label, stick it on the bag, find yourself a UPS drop off, and it should take 2 to 3 business days, and I'll have an answer for you for the status of your vehicle. So that's going to wrap it up today with the oil analysis kit from Amsoil. You can purchase it from my website, Brookline Synthetics, the same name as my YouTube channel .com. And again, just type up oil analysis kit, or in the search bar just type in G1206 and all the associated pieces and get your oil analysis done today. Okay? That's it.